creo que no fue, en realidad creo que fue el peor partido nuestro. No, ellos fueron mejores que nosotros.
Hello everyone and welcome to the latest edition of Miami Total Football. At the end of a long and disappointing and frustrating night for Inter Miami, they suffered their worst loss of the expansion season, losing 4-1. Yes, you heard that correctly, 4-1 to the New York Red Bulls here at Inter Miami CF Stadium. It was the worst performance that Inter Miami has had this year. Obviously, the scoreline is indicative of that, but it was from the start that Inter Miami struggled in this one. They gave up a goal via penalty kick in the 14th minute after Blaise Matuidi put forth a clumsy challenge in the box on Jared Stroud, and Inter Miami was chasing the match from there. They got a goal, they got a lifeline, even though they weren't playing all that great. And in the 39th minute, Juan Agudelo with a clinical finish off a nicely but deflected lofted pass from Matias Pellegrini. And Inter Miami went into the break, went into halftime with some confidence and some momentum. Unfortunately for the South Florida team, all that kind of zapped and went away in the 49th minute, 4 minutes after the break. Brian White scored as the Red Bulls used their trademark high press to force a turnover from left back Ben Sweat, and they quickly turned that into a goal-scoring opportunity that Brian White put away. Inter Miami started to throw numbers forward. After that, Diego Alonso made some substitutions and some changes to try to chase the game, and Inter Miami had a spell where it looked like they could come up with the equalizer, especially after Rodolfo Pizarro entered the match. However, Inter Miami could not create or could not find that final bit of quality to score that equalizer. Robbie Robinson had one play in particular that he wasted. He's obviously a young player, he's a rookie, and he's going to learn and grow, but he has to find a way to be quicker with his decision making, because his hesitation in deciding whether to shoot or whether to play Juan Agudelo through on goal resulted in a block shot and in a wasted opportunity on a play that began as a 2-on-2. Now, after the match, head coach Diego Alonso and captain Luis Robles spoke to the media to discuss what transpired over the course of the 90 minutes and why Inter Miami played so poorly. Now, for Alonso, it was a case of just the team's performance and not doing what it needed to do. The players just didn't do what they had to do to beat the Red Bulls high press, and we weren't able to execute on the night. Now, for Robles, he thought it was a case of the team's mentality. He said that Inter Miami didn't respect their opponent in the beginning of this match, that they thought that this would be a kick around. And if Luis Robles is saying that the team's captain, one of the team's leaders, then that's got to be a bit concerning, and that's going to ring off some alarm bells, because if Robles is perceiving that, even if it's not the prime reason, if that's one of the reasons, then that's something that absolutely has to be addressed. Robles talked about it in good detail.
We didn't start the game right. We didn't respect our opponent, and anytime you come onto the field thinking that it's going to be a kick around and that you can go through the motions and that you're such a good team that you can just play teams off the park, it's just the wrong mentality to have.
Now, if you want to talk positives in this one, well, there weren't very many. One of the highlights is obviously Juan Agudelo's clinical goal. Gives him 3 on the year. It gave Inter Miami a lifeline right before halftime, and it gave him 2 goals in as many games. So that's definitely one positive for Inter Miami. I also thought Rodolfo Pizarro, once he came into the game in the second half off the bench, thought he injected some life and some attacking ideas into my Inter Miami attack that really didn't have much overall on the night prior to his entrance. But again, this was overall a poor showing from the entire group, from the collective. Ben Sweat had an especially rough night at the left back spot. He struggled dealing with the Red Bulls high press and was at fault for at least 2 goals on the night with turnovers high up the field, including on the Brian White winner in the 49th minute. Matias Pellegrini was also another player that didn't show all that well. He got the start at the 10 in place of Rodolfo Pizarro and also just failed to impress, even with him getting the assist on the goal. But Inter Miami doesn't have a whole lot of time to sulk on this one. They have another short turnaround before they play the Philadelphia Union at Subaru Park in Chester, Pennsylvania on Sunday, and Inter Miami will need to be tactically and mentally prepared and at their very best to have a shot at taking 3 points from this one. And they need those 3 points because with tonight's loss, they're once again further away from a playoff spot. So a good performance and a win is sorely needed for Inter Miami, who yet again has been unable to win consecutive matches this season. But that about does it for now. Make sure you stay tuned into Miami Total Football for more news, analysis, and coverage of Inter Miami in the days and weeks leading ahead. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm Franco Panizo. We'll see you next time.